Senator Blackburn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Patel, there is absolutely no doubt that you have the experience and the expertise to lead the FBI, and we welcome you here today. We are pleased that you are here. I've been listening to my colleagues across the dais and listening to their questions, and it has led me to one thing. Why are the Democrats so afraid of you?
I don't know, Senator. You'd have to ask them.
Well, I tell you what I think, and listening to their questions and your responses, which we appreciate, they know that you're going to go in and you're going to clean up that political cabal that has been over there for years. You are going to reposition the FBI to its core mission. You stated that earlier in this hearing, and there will be no more political persecutions and no more two tiers of justice, and they have liked having two tiers of justice. They have enjoyed it, and it has helped them, they think, in their political mission. They've enjoyed targeting Catholics. They've enjoyed targeting parents. But the American people have said they want no more of that. And our colleagues know you're going to clean it up. I want to talk to you about the Epstein case. I have worked on this for years, trying to get those records of who flew on Epstein's plane and who helped him build this international human trafficking, sex trafficking ring. Now, earlier I urged then Chairman Durbin to subpoena those records, and I ended up being blocked by Senator Durbin and Christopher Wray. They stonewalled on this, and I know that breaking up these trafficking rings is important to President Trump. So will you work with me on this issue so we know who worked with Jeffrey Epstein in building these sex trafficking rings?
Absolutely, Senator. Child sex trafficking has no place in the United States of America, and I will do everything, if confirmed as FBI director, to make sure the American public knows the full weight of what happened in the past and how we are going to countermand missing children and exploited children going forward.
Thank you for that. I do want to touch on the political persecution. I find it so interesting that they feel like you would carry out political persecution. Your parents are with us today. They fled Uganda and persecution from Idi Amin. And I think that with your background and given your family's history, that you would never move to political persecution. Is that accurate?
Yes, Senator, that is.
And we appreciate that you would remove any kind of two tiers of justice from the FBI because they have practiced that every day for years. Not all FBI agents. There are some good ones, and we certainly want to keep them, but the politics has got to be moved out of the agency. Now, they've tried to frame you as being anti-police. We've discussed that some today. And I know that you grew up working with NYPD officers in your community. And I know that law enforcement groups, including the National Association of Police Organizations, have endorsed your nomination. And on top of that, your brother is a law enforcement officer. Is that accurate?
Many of my family are, yes, Senator.
How many of your family, sir?
Well, I guess the Indians have a different definition of family. We got a really big one, and they're all family.
We all love big families.
So we got a lot.
I appreciate that. But it is accurate to say that in your role, you're going to do everything that you possibly can to protect the men and women who are protecting our communities.
That is of the utmost importance.
Thank you. I want to go to the Nunes Memo. You were the principal author of the Nunes Memo. Is that accurate?
Yes, me and staff.
Thank you. And that did really so much to focus the light on the Russiagate hoax and the political cabal that was for years operated out of the DOJ and the FBI. And I know that there are some that felt like that memo was not accurate. We know now differently. And I'm quoting a comment that was made about that memo and by a member of that House Intel Committee, and I quote, "It was meant only to give Republican House members a distorted view of the FBI," end quote. I find it so interesting. They use the term distorted view.
Why would lawmakers be so determined to stop Kash Patel from becoming the next FBI director? That was the question Senator Marsha Blackburn asked during a heated Senate confirmation hearing. She argued that Patel's nomination has sparked fierce opposition because he promises to overhaul the FBI, restore accountability, and end what she described as politically motivated investigations. The discussion quickly expanded to Jeffrey Epstein, the Russia investigation, national security, and the future of the FBI. Blackburn opened her questioning by praising Patel's qualifications and asking what she believed was the biggest question surrounding his nomination. Why, she asked, are so many Democrats opposed to him? Patel declined to speculate on their motives, but Blackburn offered her own explanation. She argued that many believe Patel would return the FBI to its core law enforcement mission, eliminate political bias, and restore equal justice under the law. According to Blackburn, that's exactly what many Americans are demanding. The hearing then shifted to one of the country's most controversial criminal cases. Blackburn raised Jeffrey Epstein's international sex trafficking network and said she has spent years trying to obtain more information about those connected to Epstein's operations. She asked Patel whether he would work with Congress to uncover additional records and continue investigating those involved in child exploitation. Patel responded without hesitation. He said child sex trafficking has no place in America, and pledged that, if confirmed, he would work to ensure accountability while strengthening efforts to combat child exploitation and protect missing children. If you're enjoying this breakdown of today's Senate hearing, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the biggest moments from Congress and Washington. Now,
I think the American people who for 4 years under Biden saw the FBI weaponized against them, against parents, against people of faith, weaponized against President Trump, I think they would disagree with that. Do you stand by the good work that you did on the Nunes Memo?
Our team, and yes, absolutely.
And the Nunes Memo was accurate in its description of the details, correct?
As confirmed by the Inspector General, the Special Counsel, because the Nunes Memo only contained sworn information received pursuant to transcribed interviews and production of government materials, including FBI 302s and DOJ memorandum.
So the Nunes Memo is accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for that. In your new role as director, how will you work to root out 2 tiers of justice at the FBI?
The same way I have always done so, ma'am, with the utmost fidelity to the Constitution and integrity to law enforcement. Government must allow those who are privileged to serve to execute their law enforcement duties fully, but at the same time, the American people deserve accountability inwards to government, to any of those who violate that sacred trust.
And as you prepare to take this new role, what are the top areas of concern for you as we look at our national security?
The top areas when it comes to national security, ma'am, have remained unchanged, and the threat dynamic has increased. It's thwarting terrorist activities and terrorist attacks here and overseas against our citizens and our allies. And it also includes CCP espionage, which is running rampant these last 5 years through our country, including our cyber infrastructure and our agricultural properties. And it also includes taking on Iran, the #1 state sponsor of terror, and any other adversary that wishes to harm America.
Thank you. I look forward to a yes vote on your confirmation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Senator Padilla.
Mr. Chairman.
Oh, yes.
Since the senator from Tennessee.
let's continue. Blackburn next turned to accusations that Patel would somehow use the FBI for political retaliation. She pointed to Patel's family history, noting that his parents fled Uganda during Idi Amin's rule to escape political persecution. She asked whether someone with that background would ever support using government power to target political opponents. Patel answered that he would not. Blackburn then addressed criticism that Patel is anti-law enforcement. She highlighted endorsements from national police organizations and noted that several members of Patel's own family have served in law enforcement. Patel reaffirmed his commitment to supporting the men and women who protect American communities while ensuring accountability for anyone who abuses public trust. The conversation then returned to one of Patel's most well-known roles, helping author the House Intelligence Committee's Nunes Memo during the Russia investigation. Blackburn asked whether he still stood by the memo despite years of criticism. Patel said he absolutely did, arguing that later reviews by government watchdogs confirmed key aspects of its findings. Finally, Blackburn asked Patel about his top national security priorities if confirmed. Patel identified combating terrorism, confronting Chinese espionage, protecting America's critical infrastructure, and countering threats from Iran and other foreign adversaries as the FBI's highest priorities. He concluded by saying the Bureau must protect Americans while faithfully upholding the Constitution and restoring confidence in federal law enforcement. As her questioning came to an end, Blackburn expressed confidence in Patel's nomination and said she looked forward to supporting his confirmation. The exchange highlighted two competing visions for the FBI, one focused on institutional reform and accountability, and another centered on concerns about how those reforms might be carried out. Whether Patel's promises ultimately reshape the Bureau remains one of the biggest questions surrounding his nomination. What do you think? Would Kash Patel restore trust in the FBI, or do you have concerns about the direction he would take the agency? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.